then if you need to sit on a chair, then do so. If you need to sit comfortably, and sit now and be prepared, because while during the muraqabah, it can affect your journey and it can affect the spiritual travel. So inshallah, without further ado, we will start with the majlis. So.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Inshallah, we have a restricted time as it is, so without actually getting more details, what we'll do, we'll recite the amaz and adhkars, the protection amaz, as well as the beginning amals, and then start with the cleansing of the lataif. And then inshallah, once you transfer, then and leave yourself and also participate at home. You should, when you transfer, then inshallah that you will find the teacher, and then it's up to them where they want to take you. Obviously, these are the blessed days of Safar, the birthday of Sayyidina Abdullah Zabarah is actually coming up. So obviously, one thing you can do is try to actually spend some time and visit Sayyidina Abdullah Zabarah rahimahullah ta'ala. And seek some nasih from them if possible, if you can. And then inshallah we shall give 10-15 minutes for that, and then get yourself to come back, and we shall then take some feedback. And I would like feedback from those brothers and sisters who don't normally give feedback. They should be the ones to actually be prompted, especially on Zoom as well, that you should actually give whatever you experience, not experience. If you feel difficulties, any issues, then please do give your feedback. That's the only way that you'll actually progress if you are struggling, inshallah. So without any further time being wasted on here, then inshallah, if you like to now divert your minds towards Allah and His presence, things of the three keys, Allah is with me, He's seeing me, and also now rectify intention if you're not done, so that we're doing this purely for the sake of Allah and His pleasure. Inshallah, we'll begin by reciting the azkars, the amals for protection, which is one time Surah Fatiha, Ayatul Kursi once, and the three kuls, and then blow on the palm of our hands all over our body. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد Now bringing the three keys or states of heart and mind of thankfulness, of humbleness and of reliance, tawakkul. Humbleness in the sense that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created in the best of creation, in the best of form, Ashraful Makhluqat, the reflection of His beloved Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But unfortunately, we have made ourselves Asfal Safilin, the worst of the creation, by committing so much sins day in and day out, from head to toe, with the worst of the worst. And we're aware of that as well. So by having that in heart and mind, that we know our sins and others do not know. And state of thankfulness that despite being overwhelmed with sins and ghafla and heedlessness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most merciful, the most kind, is always opening doors for us, forgiving us when we turn towards Him, creating for us chance after chance to turn to Him. And having tawakkul and reliance on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we attribute all goodness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all power and abilities is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We attribute that and we rely on His power and His knowledge and His wisdom and His fadl, not on our abilities or inabilities to traverse these spiritual journeys. Now, if you just recite after me. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Astaghfirullah. 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 الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه اللهم يا ربي بجاه نور وجهك الكريم وبفضلك العظيم اجمع بيننا وبينك في الدنيا قبل الآخرة. اللهم يا ربي بجاه سيدنا محمد ابن عبد الله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وسلم اجمع بيننا وبين سيدنا محمد ابن عبد الله في الدنيا قبل الآخرة. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين في كل لمحة ونفس عدد ما وسعه علم الله. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. لا حول ولا الله 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 الله. Above in the sky, illuminated white in color, and this beautiful white light is bright in the whole sky, and there's a beautiful ray of light which is coming down from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as you take a deep breath in through the nose, imagine this light is now hitting you on the head and then spreading all the way to your body, to your chest, to your arms, to your fingertips, to your toes. It's like a cleansing effect which is cleansing you from inside. And then as you take a deep breath out, imagine that all your worries, all your anxieties, your difficulties, your sins, your sorrows, everything is now being released and exited from your mouth. So the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is white. White light is coming from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And as you breathe in, this light is entering to the head, filling your whole body. And as you breathe out, it exits from the mouth, with all worries and sins exiting. Empty everything from your heart, from your mind, all those thoughts, all those sins, empty all of them. Use the light. The light is like a cleansing agent which is cleansing everything inside you. Now imagine the blessed name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is red in color, beautifully illuminated in the sky, and this beautiful red light is coming down from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And as you take a deep breath in, the red light will enter through the nose and go all the way down to the red latifa which is below your belly button. It will go down, it will energize it, cleanse the latifa, and as you take a breath out, it will exit from the back. So the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is red in color. It will go all the way down to the red latifa, which is below the belly button. And as you take a breathing out, it will exit from the back. Keep the presence of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is with me, is hearing me, He is seeing me. Take deep breaths. Now imagine the blessed name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is orange in color, and this beautiful orange light is coming down from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And as you take a deep breath in, it will enter through the nose and then go all the way down to the orange latifa, which is in your belly button. As you take a deep breath out, it will energize and cleanse the latifa, activate the latifa, and exit from the back. So the name of the Santa is orange in color. It will go down to all the way to the orange latifa, which is in the belly button, and exit from the back. Now think the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is yellow in color. And this beautiful yellow light is coming down from the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, radiating down. And as you take a deep breath in through the nose, it enters through the nose and goes all the way down to the yellow latifa, which is in your belly area above the navel. And as you take a deep breath out, it's energizing, cleansing the latifa and exiting from the back of the stomach. So the name of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is yellow in color. It will go all the way down to the yellow latifa and exit from the back. imagine the blessed name Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is green in color. It's illuminating the whole sky with green. And this beautiful green light is coming down from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you take a deep breath in, it's entering through the nose. It's going all the way down to the green latifa, which is in chest area. And as you take a breath out, it's energizing, cleansing the green latifa, activating it and exit from the back of the chest. So the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is green in color. It's going all the way down to the green latifa, which is in your chest area. Keep the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with me, is hearing me, seeing me. Now, the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is light blue in color. And this light blue light is coming down from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you take a deep breath in, it's entering through the nose and hitting the light blue latifa, which is in your throat area. And then as you take a deep breath out, it's energizing, cleansing the light blue latifa and exiting from the back of the neck. So the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is light blue color. It's going to go all the way down to the light blue latifa, which is in your throat area. think the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is dark blue in color. And this time the light moonlight is coming down from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As you take a deep breath in, it will go directly to the dark blue latifa which is on your forehead. It will energize it, cleanse it. As you take a breathe out, it will exit from the back of the head. So the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is dark blue. It will hit the dark blue latifa which is in the forehead area. And you take a breath out, it will exit from the back of the head. Now, imagine the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is white in color, keeping the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in mind that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with me, is hearing me, is seeing me. This beautiful white light is going down from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and as you take a deep breath in, it will go the light will go directly to the white latifa which is above the head, and it will energize it, cleanse it, activate the latifa, and it will back. And if you take a deep breath out, it will take an exit from the back of the latifa. So the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is white in color. It will hit the white latifa which is above the head. Now I want you to imagine again the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, beautiful white in the sky. This time as you breathe in, the light will enter through, the white light will enter through the head. It will go all the way down to the tips of your toes again, filling your whole body with light. Every deep breath you take in and out, your body is being filled with light. It's also at the same time activating, energizing the lata'if. And then slowly, slowly as you do this, the body will become lighter and lighter. So keep on doing this, inshallah. Take some deep breath and get activating, energizing further, cleansing the lata'if further with light, illuminating with light. Take deep breaths in and out. Feel your body is getting lighter, filling with light. Some of you now, okay, slowly, slowly what's happening is that your legs will start disappearing, your feet is disappearing, your legs are disappearing. Keep on taking those breaths. Your abdomen is disappearing, your chest is disappearing, Your arms are disappearing, the whole body is now disappeared. Now you're left with your lata'if and your breath and the spirit. So keep on breathing. One by one, the latifa will also disappear. The lights of latifa will disappear. Keep on breathing. Red has disappeared. Orange, yellow, green, light blue, dark blue, white. All the lataif now have disappeared. Now formulate your spiritual body in front of you. Make that spiritual body where you'll breathe your spirit into and transfer. So make that body, and when you're ready, inshallah Aziz, will transfer. Keep on breathing, keep getting the momentum. When you're ready, take the golden breath and transfer. Once you're transferred, try and find the teacher, give your salam, and then they'll leave you from here, this point onwards. I'll give you 10 minutes or so, then inshallah I'll call ourselves back once you hear the durood and salam. So find the teacher, give your salam to them, and then wait as to whether they'll take you. Try to actually go and find and meet Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabagh rahimahullah and get some nasir from them. Most importantly is to be abdan shukur, thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the blessing that is given us, especially in the form of Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabagh, the teaching, the Tareeqah, his beautiful way of doing tarbiyah, and he's taught all that to our beloved Master Sayyidina Ahmad Dabagh, to be thankful to Allah for our Master, for our teacher, for all of this. So I'll leave you to it now, inshallah Aziz.
میرے آقا نے غمیں دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت، کبھی فاقہ دیکھا. میرے آقا، میرے آقا، میرے آقا، میرے آقا. میرے آقا نے غمیں دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت، کبھی فاقہ دیکھا. میرے آقا نے غمیں دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت، کبھی فاقہ دیکھا. آہ ہجرت کی گھڑی دل پہ کیا گزری ہوگی، آہ ہجرت کی گھڑی دل پہ کیا گزری ہوگی. بڑی پر اشک نگاہوں سے جو کعبہ دیکھا، بڑی پر اشک نگاہوں سے جو کعبہ دیکھا. میرے آقا نے غمیں دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت، کبھی فاقہ دیکھا. کتنا صدمہ دل آقا نے سہا ہوگا جب، کتنا صدمہ دل آقا نے سہا ہوگا جب، دامنے احد میں ٹکڑے ہوئے حمزہ دیکھا، دامنے احد میں ٹکڑے ہوئے حمزہ دیکھا. میرے آقا نے غمیں دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت، کبھی فاقہ دیکھا. آؤ کعبے سے لپٹ جائیں اسی کعبے میرے آقا نے غمِ دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت کبھی فاقہ دیکھا، امتی ہوتے ہوئے ہم نے مدینے میں فقط، امتی ہوتے ہوئے ہم نے مدینے میں فقط، فکر آقا کو نہیں گنبد خضرا دیکھا، فکر آقا کو نہیں گنبد خضرا دیکھا، میرے آقا نے غمِ دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت کبھی فاقہ دیکھا، محل والوں کے ہنسی محل ہوئے بے وقعت، محل والوں کے ہنسی محل ہوئے بے وقعت، جب تصور میں شہیدی تیرا حجرا دیکھا، جب تصور میں شہیدی تیرا حجرا دیکھا، میرے آقا نے غمِ دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت کبھی فاقہ دیکھا، ہم نے آقا کے غلاموں کے دلوں میں ہدہد، ہم نے آقا کے غلاموں کے دلوں میں ہدہد، شوق دنیا کا نہیں بس غم عقبہ دیکھا، شوق دنیا کا نہیں بس غم عقبہ دیکھا، میرے آقا نے غمِ دین میں کیا کیا دیکھا، کبھی طائف کی مشقت کبھی فاقہ دیکھا، میرے آقا، میرے آقا، میرے آقا، میرے آقا، میرے آقا۔
مصطفیٰ 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 مصطفیٰ، سید الاولین سید الآخرین، وہ ہے میرا نبی، وہ ہے میرا نبی، تجھ سا کوئی نہیں، تجھ سا کوئی نہیں، مصطفیٰ 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 مصطفیٰ، شفیع مذنبی خاتم المرسلین، وہ ہے میرا نبی، وہ ہے میرا نبی، تجھ سا کوئی نہیں، تجھ سا کوئی نہیں، مصطفیٰ 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 مصطفیٰ، سب سے پہلے مشیت کے انوار سے، سب سے پہلے مشیت کے انوار سے، نقش روئے محمد بنایا گیا، پھر اسی نقش سے مانگ کر روشنی بزم کون و مکان کو سجایا گیا، مصطفیٰ 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 مصطفیٰ، رحمت دو جہاں احمد مصطفیٰ، وہ ہے میرا نبی، وہ ہے میرا نبی، तुझसा कोई नहीं, तुझसा कोई नहीं, मुस्तफा 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 मुस्तफा। सैयदुल अंबिया सरवर सफिया, वो है मेरा नबी, वो है मेरा नबी। तुझसा कोई नहीं, तुझसा कोई नहीं, मुस्तफा 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 मुस्तफा। वो मोहम्मद भी अहमद भी महमूद भी, वो मोहम्मद भी अहमद भी महमूद भी, हुस्ने मुतलक का शाहिद भी मशहूद भी। इल्मो हिकमत में वो गैर महदूद भी, ज़ाहिरन उम्मियों में उठाया गया, मुस्तफा 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 मुस्तफा।
Shining bright, you came to us with a heart so full of love, and you showed that you're the one who cares the most, and to us you've always been so close. Everyone will say, please save me, except Al-Habib. Ummati, Ummati, يقولها لنا يوم القيامة. أمتي أمتي يقولها شفاعة أنا لها أنا لها. You have always sacrificed, smiled with patience through the hard times. All you did inspired everyone you knew, always selfless, striving for the truth. Everyone will say, please save me, except Al-Habib. Ummati, Ummati, يقولها لنا يوم القيامة. أمتي أمتي يقولها شفاعة أنا لها أنا لها. محمد, I'd give my heart and soul for you. Wish my eyes can see your face and be close to you. 'Cause in your guidance I find peace of mind indeed. No one else on that day can intercede. Ummati, يقولها لنا يوم القيامة أمتي أمتي يقولها شفاعة أنا لها
صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم 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 السلام عليك السلام عليك السلام عليك السلام عليك أيها النبي أيها النبي أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. Now inshallah, if you can give your last salam and take permission from whoever you are, wherever you are, and bring yourself slowly back to your consciousness in your body. And then open your eyes, and those who are ready to give feedback, inshallah Aziz will take your feedback. And those who want to write on Zoom, you can also write, or if you not actually speak live on Zoom, you can do that as well, inshallah. So gather your thoughts. When you're ready, inshallah Aziz, you can actually give your feedback one by one.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
When yourself started the zikr at the beginning, the preparation of Ma'az, I felt that my body started to flicker and I started to like vibrate and everything. But I felt that myself, I was distracting myself because I kept telling myself, I'm going to go now, I'm going to shift. And so this kept happening at the same. But the lataif, the first three, the red, the orange, the yellow, they felt very unclean and very dirty. But still at the same time, because I kept thinking that I'm going to shift, and I kept thinking that in my head that I kept playing this thought that when it comes to up there, I will tell the Blessed Ustad that I was going numb and flickering, and I kept thinking I'm going to go, but I didn't. And then I started going to the light blue Latifa, and then the dark blue, and then it started to feel, my body started to go numb, and the upper body and everything, they felt more cleaner, but and then I eventually transferred and continued.
After transferred, what happened then? Did you manage to meet?
Yeah, I felt, I thought about the blessed teacher, and then I felt that when it was time to transfer, I was trying to think of my own spiritual body, but I felt that the blessed teacher's spiritual body may have become present, so I tried to shift like this, and then, but I felt that as the process continued and we went to the Blessed Mazar of Hazrat Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Baradan, I felt that I couldn't stay in this blessed body for too long. I felt that maybe there was a feeling that I need to think more about them, or maybe increase certain things, or more love for them, and I could not maintain this. But then I felt there was some guidance as well.
What was the guidance did you get?
I think that I may have made a mistake. I think that maybe it was mentioned if I could ask a question, and I was mentioning that I have a problem or feeling of arrogance and these kind of things, and I felt that it may have been mentioned what I remember to Naeef's meaning, that maybe if I try to do shukr or think of sometimes just a little bit think of the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and think that I don't deserve these and certain things.
MashaAllah. The process is that if a person is not doing these amals regularly, they will see these flickering, and they will see what's happening is that this is something of the Lataif cleansing is something that one should do regularly. Otherwise, it's like, imagine it's like a magnet that attracts. If it's good, it'll attract good. If it's evil, it'll attract evil. So what will happen is that when you are actually every day, whatever things that you're doing, when you're in ghafla, when a person is in ghafla, or a person is actually doing work, earning livelihood, spending time with the family, spending time with friends, being on the internet and so on, is that all of those information, interaction is having an effect on each one individual latifa one by one, and it'll contaminate in a certain way. So if a person doesn't practice regularly, then what will happen is that it gets really stained and it gets really, really dirty, and it's going to get really filthy. And more or less, it'll take a longer while maybe to reactivate, re-energize it. So it's like the rust, you have to work on it quite hard to get rid of that, the rustedness or the filth, the energy which is there, using the energy and the power of the light from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to cleanse that. So this flickering, that's normal because the fact that person may not be practicing regularly. So it's like basically trying to shake things off, and that's why. When you're saying that you went and transferred and you asked, and it's as though you couldn't tolerate, this again is an indication is that really, is that one, if this is the case, then one should really focus on their own teacher rather than going to the master, Sayyidina Abdul Jabbar, the grand teacher, is that spend more time with them, and it is through them that, and be obedient to them and being satisfied with them, and through their light and through their power and through their fadl, inshallah aziz, that is when you'll be able to tolerate more the light and fiyudat and blessings of other mashaykhs. It's only through one's teacher. Thirdly is that when they mention about when you ask for the guidance, sometimes they say that you should try and be Abdul Shukur. That is right, is that whatever a little thing, big thing, little thing, one actually gets, that's from Allah. Although you made a request, for example, you requested that you want a BMW or you want a Mercedes, obviously it's not in front of you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beyond what we can imagine, that He always gives a servant. No matter what state you're in, He'll always give. Something is waiting for in the akhirah, something is waiting for you in the qabr, or something will be taken away, maybe azab is about to come, but something will be given. And one should never be stopping from asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One should always ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and show your neediness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala every single moment, every single breath, and He will always give. And that is a uniqueness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is such a magnanimous Lord, that He is so mighty and so kind, which beyond our thinking how kind He is. That even the most nafarman thing that you could do, the most vilest thing you could do, which is the hukam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even at the point, the climax you could say of disobedience, which is shaitan, when shaitan was told to actually bow down, and he disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and he didn't do it. Imagine that's the climax of anger, you could say. Yes, still, what does shaitan do? Because shaitan knew Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala better than me and you as well. Why? Is that at that time, even still, he said, he made a request to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He still said to Allah, Ya Rabbal Alameen, please give me a long life. Respite, give me respite and give me a long life until their judgment. Imagine that you have now disobeyed. It's like you have now done such a disobedience of hukum of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if just so that there's no similitude you can use with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's like you are an employer and there's your employee, and there's a big customer that has come, and he's a big contract customer. What's happening is your employee all he had to do was just serve them some tea. Serve them some tea, it wasn't difficult. Serve some tea, everything's there. Instead of serving the tea, he spilled it all on the customer, saying that, who are you? You're nothing, here you go, I'm going to spill it on you. Now, it will be an immediate sacking for that person, because this is a big contract. This is one of the big contracts they need from the customer. So employer, looking at it, is about to give, there's the door and get out. He said, boss, I need a favor. What is it? Would it be appropriate for the employee to be asking the employee for any favors at that time? No. This is the climax of he's about to get sacked. He's about to. Yeah. So what you do is I say, you want a favor after this? There's the door. Don't you dare call me. This is us, our nature. Now, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is beyond this. He's not like us. He is Khaliq. He is Malik. He is Rahman. He is Rahim. He is Ghaffar. He is Wahhab. He's beyond our thought, what we do. He's beyond that. And Shaitan knows this. He knew this. That's why at that time even, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not hold a grudge. So even at that time when he did not farman, he said, Ya Rabbal Alameen, he's making a dua. He's making a request. Give me respite. Don't punish me now. Punish me later, but give me respite to Day of Judgment. And then he's also making a threat that I will misguide every single one of son of Adam. Whoever will I will try and misguide them and take them to hellfire with me as well. He's making a challenge. Did Allah say, how dare you make a challenge? I will punish you now, I will give you Saza now. No, he didn't. Okay. Okay, for Allah accepted. So here is that always that you have been told that be grateful and thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, always keep on asking. You are struggling on the journey, on the path. Why are you not asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for help? You are struggling and you're failing day in and day out. What I'm saying is that why not asking is that you may be simple the case, but I am asking. I am saying don't do the asking of the tongue. Do the asking of the heart, the sincere asking of the heart. That you really mean it, that Ya Rabbal Alameen, I have no other place. I am so weak. I am so weak. I am so sinful. I am struggling. I can only turn to you. I can't even face my teacher. I can't face my brothers. I can't face my sisters. I can't even be in front of them because I'm so ashamed of myself. Ya Rabbal Alameen, you help me to get rid of this. You help me. And you see how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help. When you will sincerely ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is how He's going to help. But if you are saying, Ya Rabbal Alameen, please forgive me, and it's just lip service, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at your heart, He's saying, this servant of mine is just saying it lip service, he doesn't really mean it. If you will really understand, try to understand who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, you would not be looking at anyone else other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking Him for anything and everything. And if we knew that He always gives, He never stops from holding, gives. Sometimes it's invisible, you can't see it. For example, like I said, you've asked for food, you can't see the food, but He's giving you other ways, other things that you can't imagine. So always never stop from asking, and be thankful to whatever little that you have or whatever great that you have. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you even more and even further, inshallah. So one shouldn't feel like I am so arrogant, I am so evil. So one is now judging themselves and then saying, I am this, I am evil. And until you got mastery of your nafs, then basically you are hammering yourself sometimes in a negative way. You don't want a little bit of arrogance. In a negative way, what you're doing is that you are hammering yourself so badly that you're not able to get up. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want you to do that. Now if a person is becoming like this, where they can't even get up, and they don't have, they think, I'm so evil, I'm just going to do sin, I'm so bad. And what happens because of that negative psychology that they have, what's happening is that they don't want to get up. Why? Because they think they're going to fall. is that you relying on yourself and your abilities. One should not do that. One should rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His power. Forget yourself. So what I'm saying here again is that sincere heart, forget your abilities or inabilities and say, Ya Rabbul Alam, I was nothing. When I was in the womb of my mother, what was I? I was nothing. I am still nothing. I still need you. You're the one who's nourishing me. You're the one who's going to strengthen me. You're the one who's going to take me. You're the one who's going to actually get me to where I want to go. I still need you. Although it may seem I'm the one eating, I'm the one drinking. No, Ya Rabbal Alameen, it is you who will actually now do this. You will give me the strength. You will give me the himmah. You will give me the resolve, Ya Rabbal Alameen. And if I haven't got the himmah, if I haven't got the resolve, Ya Rabbal Alameen, I ask you, you give me that. If sin becomes attractive to me and I'm attracted to sin, Ya Rabbal Alameen, I ask you to make sin distractful. I want you to make it abhorrent towards me and make good deeds loving and beloved to me. Ask. You know, people are saying we're struggling with sins, we're struggling with amal. Well, ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then. There are sometimes, unfortunately, it is the case why we turn to drugs, why we turn towards movies and games and PlayStation and phones and internet is because we like it. Okay, if it's a case that we know we're doing wrong, then ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rabbal Alameen, make that thing abhorrent to me so that I don't waste my time fully. Make it dislikeful for me and make good deeds loving to me. Namaz, sujood. I don't have that lazza, Ya Rabbal Alameen. I don't have that taste. Then Ya Rabbal Alameen, you give me that. See what I'm trying to say is that you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sincerely. Admitting what you don't have and asking for what you would like, sincerely. And that is what a person should be doing, inshallah. Okay. So may Allah bless you and do this with the regularity, those flickerings get stronger, and also try and update your mentor as to how the journey is going as well. Go and get an update in your journey. We have one person on Zoom who's put a message on Q&A. Assalamu alaikum. It happens to me that when the music is played in the middle of the MURAQBA, I lose concentration even though I refresh the 3 keys. The music disturbs my MURAQBA. What shall I do? Then what you can do is that you turn the volume off. Turn the volume off and or lower it so that it's not music, it's nasheed, actually, naat, which is playing in the background. If that's the case, then turn the volume completely down. And I did say roughly about 10-15 minutes or so. Then when that comes, when you're ready, 15 minutes later, then you can if you want to put a timer, put the timer, but then put it back up and then refresh yourself. Inshallah, you should be able to put the journey. If it's a case it's bothering yourself, then just turn it completely off, your sound completely off, and then just carry on with your journey. Remember, we're doing a direct, it's a guided session to a certain, half guided and half by yourself. If it's a case that yourself knows how to do it, turn the volume down, do the MURAQBA. Then when it comes to giving feedback, then give the feedback. If there's any specific instruction that the trainer is actually giving, then just listen to that instruction, and then after that, do it yourself, and then partake and give your feedback afterwards, inshallah Aziz. Is there anybody? I've got Brother Jamal Rabbani. How long do we have? We've told him that after. Okay. Jamal Rabbani, Bismillah, if you can actually give your feedback, inshallah.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Upon transfer, I met the blessed teacher outside my house. So I gave my salam, and then instantly, with a very bright light, we transferred outside the resting place of the grand teacher. So where the door was on the white building, it was replaced with light. So first, our blessed teacher walked in through the light, and then as they walk in through, I hesitate, but then the blessed teacher put their hand out, so I hold on to their hand, and then I walk in, and the room was full of light, and I saw the light was transferring onto our blessed teacher, and then some of the light was coming onto me as well. Over here, I gave my salam, and I thanked the grand teacher for this beautiful, this prophetic, this path. I then took leave, and then we were sat on an open field. So I took this opportunity to ask our teacher, how can one remain steadfast on the course? And then they reply to the nearest meaning. One should regularly take their sheets daily, and one should do their zikr daily, whether they're tired or not. One should also do their scars regularly as well. And then from Fajr to Isha, one should always have the three keys. So from Fajr to Isha, one should always bring in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning from morning to night. And that way, that if you're faced with something where you may respond in an aggressive manner, at that moment you won't, as because you're in the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you think, how would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want you to react? And then you respond more nicely. Shortly then an orange cat came and sat with our blessed teacher, and then one by one, all of my children come and sat with us. Our blessed teacher smiled at all of the children individually, and then I heard my daughter cry upstairs. At this point, I seek permission to return, and then upon permission, I gave my salam and returned. Jazakallah khair.
MashaAllah, Brother Jamil, thank you for relating that wonderful experience. Inshallah, Aziz, it is more or less self-explanatory what has been mentioned in that the tartib and what the seeker should do in terms of updating sheets and taking the sheets and do the amaz and the prescribed times and so on. Only thing that will say to yourself is that please get a review done with one's mentor, and inshallah Aziz, that will be fine, inshallah. So just I think it might be time for yourself to get a review, so just get a review done with your mentor, inshallah Aziz. Jazakallah.
Upon transfer, there was like a dark room, and the blessed teacher was sat in the corner. They were the only light in the room. I approached them and presented salam and asked permission to sit with them. I sat in front of them, and I stayed in front of in their presence for a while, and then I felt like I was in like a hole in the ground, and there was these like black figures. It was like they were pouring dirt into this hole, like they were burying wherever I was. And I was just looking at the teacher, and this was going on for a while. And then I was wondering, I wanted to ask the teacher like what's going on. And then after this, I could see like just dark images, like there was like a dark forest, and then like dark animals and like people chained up and stuff like that. And then I was focusing on the teacher. And the place was still dark. And then when the Durood was being recited, then I could see the teacher walking towards light, and I was following them. And that's all I can remember.
MashaAllah, there's nothing to worry about there. Is sometimes what happens is that that hole that you're seeing on the ground, in other words, you're getting some scenes of barzakh, and unfortunately when people who are sinful, the effects of their sins what happen to them in the grave, that is one is getting a reflection of seeing some of the scenes, not everything but some of the scenes. And imagine you're just seeing some of the scenes and you're getting petrified. And when this becomes reality, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save us all and protect us all from the azab of the qabr. But it'll be a very, very dangerous thing for us all. So there are many ways in which a person comes to that. So, and the different scenes you see, the different types of sins a person commits, this is what happens to them if they commit those sort of sins and so on. So don't worry about it, you just see in reflection, but always remember this, just like you're focusing on the teacher, whenever you see a scene or whenever something which is displeasing, whatever, if a person just goes, all they have to do is think of the teacher and focus on them, they'll always light to the tunnel, they'll be safeguarded and they'll be actually slowly taken out, inshallah Aziz, and they don't need to worry. That is like your shield, your protector. Allah on the other side, one's spiritual guide is like the shield, the protector who protects you in the spiritual world, and also it's like a way in which, a mechanism for you to come back to the reality. So you don't need to ever worry about what will happen, what is happening, and you're going to get stuck there, anything like that. So don't worry about that, but it's just seeing reflection of the barzakh, inshallah. Okay. Any other brothers like to give an update? Somebody who's not given an update before?
Anyone want to give an update? I have to choose someone.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
After transferring, I was in the presence of Shaykh Ahmed in Pakistan. I just stayed there for a while. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
That's it, yeah?
That's all.
MashaAllah. So now let me ask you that this is, for us, you may be thinking, oh, that's it. This is, I transferred and I was with Hazrat Sahib in Pakistan. None of us told you where to find Hazrat Sahib. None of us told you how to be with Hazrat Sahib, what to do. I said, no. Now it's up to you. You know how they say is that the time that you want to spend with one's beloved is up to you how you want to spend it. Are you married, Sikandar? No. Okay. So, is that, let's say, for example, you know, you have a wife. Now it's up to you how to spend your time with your wife. I'm just trying to make you understand is that what happens is that you could either be in the room and sit in there, and that's it. Oh, I'm in the room. How are you? Okay, I'm okay, not bad. Okay, and you can just stop there. Or if you want your time to go past and make it enjoyable, you could ask. Or you could actually then say, would you like something? Would you like some food? Shall we order some food? Shall we go for a takeout? Shall we go to a restaurant? Shall we go here? Shall we go shopping? Not that my wife is actually telling me this, by the way, just in case. I sound like a wonderful husband, honestly. I wish I was, but I'm not. In case. She's probably seeing this now saying, yes, of course, yes. No, please don't actually think it. But I'm just saying that maybe you should be saying, shall we take you to a restaurant? Shall I take you and get you this and get you this? Or shall I? Now, if you do that, you'll also see a response from your wife. Happy, sad, whatever. They will also give a response. But then the time becomes better if she's also happy. Okay? So the first thing you could ask, for example, one of the things that you could do is that, okay, I'll spend my time. Alhamdulillah, that's brilliant, that's good. Focus on them. But if it's the case that you're always doing that, for example, you're saying that when I meet, alhamdulillah, I just sit there and that's it. Well then, how much is it that you want from them? You could ask yourself is that, how much is that I want? I mean that, what sort of relation do I want? Do you want that relation where you just sat there and you're happy with that? Or do you want a relation where you want to be intimate and close? You express yourself, where you converse. It's up to you. Is that I am as my seven things I am. In other words, that as how you perceive Hazrat Sahib to be, that is how they're going to react to you. So if you really open yourself up and you really want a really close, intimate relationship, it's up to you. You can do that. You can say that. So maybe next time, say for example, let's say for example, if you say to the wife, tonight we're going to celebrate, what is it? We'll go to a restaurant. How's that? She'll get excited, she'll dress up, she'll go together, alhamdulillah, she's happy, you're happy, and if the food is good, alhamdulillah, that's like joy upon joy. You have a wonderful time. So here is for yourself as well, is that if a person inside is not wanting, Hazrat Sahib, teach me, Hazrat Sahib, how can I be close to you? Hazrat Sahib, how can I come near towards you? Hazrat Sahib, how can I make you happy? If these things are not coming, then you should start making them come. Ask them. Start asking them. And sometimes you might think, oh, it's very, very disrespectful. No, sometimes you need to initiate the conversation as well. So for example, how do I say you need to initiate? What do we do? Why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us in Surah Fatiha? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. You're the initiator, you're praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You are praising them again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala responds. Here that sometimes you need to also initiate the conversation. The intimate conversation that you want. And then your experience will be something else. You understand? So it's how you want your relationship to be. I'm not saying the physical world, maybe you're here and you're happy just to be in the corner, like how brothers here, they're all hiding behind the corner, I can't see as a sound. And there are those of you who are brave, Pelwans here, mashallah, they're all Pelwan, like Lala Nawaz is brave, or they're there in front of others, some here, and Ishtiaq is there, mashallah, they're good, others have, yeah, I'm here. And there are dummies like me who'll hide behind the pillar and making sure they don't see because I am very bad, I'm very, very scared. That's a different relationship, but spiritually, it can be different. It's intimate. It's between you and Hazrat Sahib. You make it how you want that relationship to be. You understand? So next time you think, how do you want your relationship to be with Hazrat Sahib spiritually? That's how it can be. Or you can go on the defensive like you play in football as well. Just being goalkeeper and that's I'm happy. Saving the shots, that's it. In other words, saving the shots here with whatever they say, any order hukum, or if they give any a displeasure, I'm making sure that I don't displease them. Okay, save the shot here, save the shot there. Or you can actually become something else, inshallah. So it's up to yourself how you make the relationship, inshallah. Okay. So if there's nobody else, inshallah, then that's fine. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all. Just a reminder that to everybody is that inshallah is next of the following weekend, from Friday, not this Friday, but the Friday afterwards, till Sunday, the Fajr time, from next Friday, 7:30 till Sunday, we will have a spiritual retreat, 24-hour retreat, more or less more than 24 hours, but you could call it 24-hour retreat, commemorating on the blessed life of Sayyidina Abdul Aziz Dabbagh, rahimahullah, to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this blessed individual who's been blessed with this individual and his teachings, and also how we can learn to connect and how we can actually come to appreciate, learn about him more and more, because he's the founder of this Tareeqah, to learn about them and how to connect with them spiritually, also to understand and appreciate the teaching that they're given and the uniqueness and the qualities that they possessed, who was the host of his time. So how can I know more about him? That is the whole 24-hour retreat is going to be. So if you haven't registered, please do register. You can register online. And those of you who physically wish to participate, especially brothers, unfortunately there's no facility for sisters to physically participate in the Zawiyah. But for brothers, if you like to physically participate, please give your names to Brother Gulfam or Brother Umair and get yourself registered, inshallah. Is there anything else? Go. I think we'll leave it here because it's time for Isha, inshallah. Okay. Subhanaka wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Jazakumullahu khairan.